It's the Joseph Bristol Show.
Welcome to another episode of the Joseph Bristol Show. Alright, so on today's episode, I wanted to talk about cheating or infidelity in relationships. I wouldn't necessarily call it cheating. Now, with that being said, first off, let me begin this video by stating I personally don't believe that humans are monogamous creatures. I don't really think that monogamy is the set rule for relationships, for society, for all people. Honestly, in my heart, I believe that all of us are more so polyamorous, that we actually just like all kinds of people. And maybe in the beginning of humanity, monogamy was something that made more sense when there was only like 100,000 people on the entire planet. But now you're talking about 7.4 billion people on the planet. So the chances of you only loving one person or you being compatible with one person, to me personally, just seems like a very slim to none chance. And then when I say that, I mean, let's say you match up with somebody on a 30% level where it's like, you know, what you believe is what they believe, what you like is what they like, and 30% of your personality matches up with 30% of their personality. You might meet somebody who you match up with 75%, or you might meet another person that you match up with 95%. It just don't make no sense to me. And even with that being said, if you're talking about monogamy, then technically a monogamous relationship should be with the person that you consider your best friend, right? So a man and a woman who have been friends since 3rd grade, and they grew up together, and now they're off to college and they're still friends. Why would you not just date that person? You literally grew with that person. You know that person's secrets, their ins and outs. You know that person, so why not just be with them? You already know them. What's the sense of going and finding someone else to get to know and all that other good jazz? But we're not really talking about that. Right now, I'm specifically talking about infidelity in relationships. Now, I've been cheated on for various different reasons. Financial, sexual, because they just needed more, you know, insecurities, whatever. It's been a lot of revenge, a lot of different reasons why girls done it. And I've cheated for various different reasons. The very slim chance that I'm cheating for sexual purposes, where it's like, you know, I'm not being sexually gratified by the woman. That's almost never the reason why I've done it. But with that being said, I've always been, in my mind, when it comes to infidelity, I've always had the mindset that as long as nothing changes, I'm happy. So if me and my girl have been dating for 12 years and everything has been happy and go lucky and good, and then all of a sudden I find out that she has had another boyfriend for the last 11 years, to be honest with you, I would be angry that I found out. For me, it's more like, yo, I didn't even want to know that, because things have been great for the past 12 years, and now all of a sudden you just told me something that really just screwed up my mind. And then even with that being said, when I think of relationships, I think of like jobs. So if I'm with a girl, I'm thinking of her like a job. This is somebody I gotta clock into, I gotta talk to, spend time with, spend money on. I gotta deal with this person. So to be with someone else is like having a second job. Clearly I can't put in the same amount of time, or else I'm part-time in both jobs, right? And with that being said, wouldn't I tell one of my jobs, yo, I got another job. That's why I can't give you all the time that I really need to be giving you, or that you might desire. That's like one of the mind frames in my mind about infidelity. But really, the main reason why I made this video about infidelity is because I feel like the main reason why people are hurt from cheating, from being cheated on, specifically being cheated on, finding out that the person you were with is sleeping with someone else or giving someone else the time that you desire, is a couple reasons. Mainly it hurts because, one, again, we go back to the job analogy. Imagine you've been working at this job for the last 6 months and you've been getting paid $8.50 an hour. Horrible pay, but let's just say that's what you're getting paid, right? And then you find out that this other person gets hired at the same job that you're working at, and they're getting paid $10 an hour. They just got hired. Then 2 months later into the job, they now get a raise. So now their title is higher than your title and they're getting more money, but you've been there longer. That, to me, is one of the reasons why cheating hurts so much. Because you've given this person so much. You've done so much. You put up with so much from this person. And in return, you've gotten what you've gotten. And now to find out that someone else can come along and get everything that you got by giving almost half or none of what you gave, that hurts. Because it's like, damn, bro, how this person getting all of that and I get nothing? You know what I mean? Especially if you're talking about like sexually. Let's say she's not doing this with you, but then you find out that she cheated on you and she doing that with the other dude. Oh snap, yo! I know a lot of dudes that that'll straight destroy them. That kind of stuff is what make them kill themselves. All kinds of stuff. All right, so that's one. The other part that I think why infidelity hurts so much is people tend to fall into other people, especially when it comes to women. I'm not a woman, so I can't say that. I can only say for the, you know, however many years I've been dealing with women, it's been a long time. I mean, I started real young. But for as long as I've been dealing with women, I've learned that women tend to fall into a dude. So everything becomes about that guy. Their happiness is anchored on that guy. You see what I'm saying? So when you're anchored onto another person, when you're literally like your happiness, your pleasure, your joy, all of your happiness comes from one person, to find out that this person is giving happiness to someone else, or that they're stopping their ability to give you that happiness, that hurts. That hurts a lot. So what tends to happen is you'll have a girl who maybe, you know, maybe she has hopes and dreams. She wants to be a doctor, a lawyer, or whatever. She's got things that she wants to be in her mind. She isn't actively pursuing it. And I'm saying she, but let's be clear, it can be men as well, because men are also emotional creatures. We're human beings just like everybody else. But let's say, you know, they want to be something. They meet somebody. They like this person. Now that you're in a relationship, that person is consuming your time and your energy. So the time and energy that you could have put into becoming a lawyer, a doctor, a nurse, a radiography, or whatever you're going to school for, you're now taking that time and energy and putting it into this relationship. So when it all falls apart, you're going to look back and say, oh my God, I wasted my time. Oh, I wasted my time. But then it becomes, did you really waste your time? Because you made a conscious decision to put all your eggs into this one basket. It didn't work out. And because you chose to anchor your happiness, your life, your joy onto this human being, now you're upset that it didn't work out the way that you thought it would. And another thing that tends to happen in relationships is that people tend to like somebody for who they think they are, or who you want them to be, not necessarily who they are. You know what I mean? So, like, you know, let's say you meet a guy and he's like sleeping around. He's got 5 girlfriends. You met him like that. All of a sudden he turns to you and says, oh man, I want you to be my girl, and now I ain't gonna sleep with nobody else. You really got to ask yourself, is he really going to stop? Because I met him, he was sleeping with 5 other people. So now that he's with me, what makes me so special that he would stop? Chances are he could stop, but he could not stop. And when you make your whole life about another human being, then their actions really impact you. Now let me tell you why I believe this to be true. Right now, there are children being murdered and molested and killed all over the world. There are women being murdered and molested and killed all over the world. There's literally, right now as we're speaking, someone's in a car crash, someone's getting shot, murdered, stabbed. You know, people are dying. You don't care. You're sitting here watching a YouTube video. You're watching me. You don't care what's happening to other people. But when it comes to a relationship, you're with somebody, you feel like, I care. This matters to me. I don't want this person to do this thing with no one else. But you can't control other people. You can only control you. So what I always tell people in a relationship is, when you get into a relationship, focus on you. A relationship should just be an addition to your life. You should already be happy. I'm already happy. I'm living my life. I'm doing my thing. I'm going to school. I'm going to work. I'm happy. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to add somebody to my life to bring me more joy. And as soon as this person's not bringing me joy, no matter how bad it hurts, I'm going to let them go. The reason why? Because people die every day. So how hard is it to let somebody go? I mean, let's really stop and think about that. People literally die all the time. Your mother, your father, your grandpa, your brother, your sister, your baby daddy, your baby mama. These people are going to die one day and they'll be gone. So if they're not making you happy while they're alive, put in your mind, oh, they dead. This person's dead. I'm done with that. I cut them off. I'm leaving them alone. You dead to me. You move on with your life. So basically what I'm saying here is my views on cheating. And for me personally, it's never really bothered me to be cheated on. Because once I find out, it depends on how I feel. If I like the girl, I stay. If I don't like her, then I'm like, all right, cool, I'm out of here. It really just depends on my benefit. My baby mama cheated on me numerous times. And I stayed with her because I don't really care. I was getting what I wanted from the relationship. And once I stopped getting what I wanted, then I left her alone. I just was like, all right, cool, I'm done here. But I feel like while you're getting what you want, don't let what they're doing mess with you, especially your peace. If you're not in a peaceful place, if they're disrupting your peace, your happiness, let them go. Let them go. People lie because they don't want to lose something. So you lie because you know that if I tell the truth, I might lose this thing, right? I value this thing. I don't want to lose it, so I'm going to lie. But at the same time, I don't want to stop doing what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we're all human and we're all trying to do the exact same thing. I literally say this on every single video. We're trying to do the same thing. Be happy and survive. You know what I mean? A murderer murders because it makes him happy. It's not right to murder, but he's just trying to be happy. So he murders. You know what I mean? A cheater cheats because that makes him happy. He's not trying to purposely hurt the other person, but he is trying to be happy. To me, monogamy is just silly. It don't make no sense. People should just be polyamorous. And I'm talking women and men. I don't see nothing wrong with a woman having multiple men. You get one man for food, one man for pay your bills, one man for sex, one man for whatever. It is what it is. Do your thing. But if you can't control your time and your energy to distribute equally amongst your people, you don't need multiple people. You just don't need it. And really, nobody really needs multiple people. Probably two. Two is enough. I don't know. I feel like two is enough. Me personally, I feel like polyamory is great. You know, I'm dating you, you dating her, she's dating me, everybody dating everybody. That gives less responsibility on me, and it's just distributed evenly throughout the relationship. But that's just how I feel on it. I mean, I could probably work on another video as far as infidelity in relationships go. You know, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'll put it together. This was more like a last minute kind of my thoughts is together, and let me just make this video on infidelity because it was requested. And so I was like, all right, cool, I could throw something together real quick. But ultimately, man, I feel like everybody should focus on themselves. Do your thing, whatever that is. Go to school, go to work, you know, follow your hobbies, whatever that is. Do your thing. If you're in a relationship, enjoy the other person while you can, while you have them. Don't let them be your all in all. Don't let them be your happiness. No, you're happy by yourself, because happiness is just like trust. Trust is something that we give to everybody. I made a video on this, trust and forgiveness. But trust is something that you give to everybody. But trust is a mind state. You have to have in your mind, I trust what this person is saying to me. I'm trusting what you're saying to me. Or I don't trust what you're saying to me, but I'm going to still deal with you because I'm getting what I want. So like I said, I feel like everybody, if you're in a relationship, focus on you. Make your life better. And while making your life better, that will naturally make the person that you're with life better. Or you grow apart and you just leave them alone and you move on with life. Because it's okay to outgrow people. It's okay. So, you know, it's kind of going on a little too long, but that's really all I wanted to say, man. I feel like everybody in a relationship should focus on themselves. If you're the one who's cheating, do your thing. Don't be disrespectful about it. Don't be laying up with your man and your other man calling and you're like, hello, what's up, baby? You know what I'm saying? Especially if the dude don't know you got another dude. That's kind of disrespectful. Most people not going to do that anyways. But if you do, hey, more power to you, sister. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Everybody each his own. Whatever make you happy, do your thing. But do your own thing, bro. Focus on you. And if the other person's not making you happy, let them go. You know how I feel about relationships. I give all my relationships 6 months to a year. If in 6 months my life is exactly like it was when I first met you, I'm already thinking about leaving you alone. If a year go by and I'm still, everything in my life is the same from when I met you, oh no, I got to let you go. Because you ain't doing nothing for me. You ain't doing nothing. Especially if my life is getting worse. Now that I'm messing with you, I got less money in the bank. I got a worse car. I done lost my apartment. All kinds of stuff. I lost my job. Then nah, I got to let you go. You ain't no good. No. Because a relationship should improve your status of life. It should only make things better for you. And how do we know this to be a fact? Because 2 is better than 1. So if you're doing, literally the phrase, I could do bad all by myself, means that if you're doing bad in life, you should be by yourself. That's literally what the phrase means. But with that being said, man, everybody just focus on yourself. Don't worry about what nobody else is doing. If the other person is not making you happy, leave them alone. But everybody on this planet is doing the same thing. We're all just trying to be happy and survive. Thanks for watching another episode of the Joseph Bristol Show.
Leave a comment below.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
Make sure you like and subscribe.